It's the EHM Breakfast Show with Harry on a Friday heading towards the weekend. Is this the second to last weekend of summer? Well, not really, but of course, the one before Labor Day weekend is always jam-packed. And joining me is the editor-in-chief of Northforker and Southforker magazines, Amy Zavatto. Amy, how are you?
I'm shocked that it's the end of August, Harry. I can't believe it.
It's flown by, and I think the key is, I think we've talked about this, to make the most of the time left of this nice weather. At least the warm weather. I love the fall, though. Yeah, so I'm kind of enjoying all of it. But this will be fun. And this is what we do every Friday. We get together and chat. So we're going to start up on the North Fork in different events. And I was actually reading up on this because this is something a little bit new for me. I'm learning about these 10-mile dinners that are happening. What a great concept. There's a great event happening this weekend.
Paumanok Vineyards tonight is hosting one of my favorite annual events, this 10-mile dinner. And it's at 1074 Main Road in Aquebogue. They create one long table right next to the vines, and everything you eat is sourced within a 10-mile radius, which is really cool. And it's paired with winemaker Kareem Massoud's absolutely fantastic wines. I'm such a big fan of the quality coming out of Paumanok. This year, they're having Chef Ryan Carroll making the magic in the kitchen. It starts at 5:30. I think there might be a few tickets left if you can grab them. I highly recommend it. They are $220 for the multi-course evening with wine, and you can get yours at paumanok.com. Just click on the Happenings tab.
All right, that sounds perfect. What a great idea, too. What a great idea to support local resources and just a really cool event they've been doing. How many years do you know how long they've done this?
Well, it started many years ago. Lots of wineries used to do these 10-mile dinners. It was sort of a collective event put on by the Long Island Wine Council, and Paumanok just kept it going for many years now. I think I'm going, and this will be my third that I've gone to. One year it was torrential rain, and I gotta say it was still really fun and delicious and wonderful anyway. Last year we had a stunning night. This year it's promising to be a pretty beautiful Friday, so I'm excited tonight.
Well, enjoy. That sounds like a really good time. There's also something happening up on the North Fork. I guess the drummer for They Might Be Giants is doing a kind of a talk.
Yes, so come build a little birdhouse in your soul, Harry, and
I
check
didn't know
out
about this. Oh, wow, this is cool.
They Might Be Giants Grammy-winning drummer Marty Beller, who is giving a polka talk at Poquatuck Hall in Orient at 1160 Skipper's Lane, where from 5 to 7 you can hear him talk about his career in recording, in touring, in composing. He's a super talented guy, and admission is free, but of course donations are always welcome. You should probably try to reserve a seat because seating is limited, even though it is free, and you can go to poquatuckhall.org. That's POQUATUCK, just in case you don't know how to spell that, and reserve your spot.
Very good. That sounds like a lot of fun and something a little bit different. That's awesome. They Might Be Giants, the drummers on the island. And
I'm wondering what his connection to Orient is. That's what I'm super curious about.
I'm kind of impressed. I'm like, wow, they're doing some cool things. I wasn't sure where this was, and that's really a nice event. And I love when you actually get to speak and they do these talks. You get to learn a little bit more about the band and their history and kind of how it all came together. So that's really interesting. Their perspective too. So that should be fun. Yeah. Now, as we head towards, you can kind of see the fall in the distance. I feel like car shows are starting to ramp up a little bit. There's one coming this weekend.
There is a really good one on Sunday. It's the annual Southold American Legion Car Show at 51655 Main Road. This is the 12th year that they've put on this really fun event, and you can go see all kinds of cool cars, sports cars, hot rod racing cars, antique models, all kinds of interesting examples of rubber to the road engineering and design. It's rain or shine, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very nice weekend this weekend. It's free to attend, but if you want to enter a car, it's $20 to enter a vehicle if you wish. It goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you have any questions, head to post803.com.
All right, perfect. Those are the North Fork events. A little something for everyone this week. We're going to continue with Amy and go down to the South Fork right now. And I can't believe it's actually wrapping up this weekend, but the Hampton Classic Horse Show.
Oh my goodness. So it's the Hampton Classic. If you've never been, it's at 240 Snake Hollow Road in Bridgehampton. Please go. Not only will you witness from amateur to renowned international jumpers competing for prizes, including the Grand Prix. It's just kind of amazing how they construct
Yeah.
this entire equestrian village just for a week, complete with food vendors and this pretty awesome shopping experience in there. They call it the boutique, and it's al fresco, and there's just all these great vendors. It's only $25 to enter, Harry, which is crazy. It's $25 per car. You can load as many of your family and friends who you can fit into that car for $25 and just go and spend a great day in Bridgehampton at the Hampton Classic. Go check it out, buy your tickets at hamptonclassic.com, and just go experience one of the most, iconic events of the summer.
It really is a great way to wrap up the summer for sure, and every year. It's so nice. Florence Fabricant is doing something. I wanted to talk about something for the food lovers. She's doing a book talk this weekend.
She is. Florence has been hosting these Stirring the Pot sessions at Guildhall for many, many years. But on Sunday, the inimitable New York Times columnist and East Hampton resident, I might add, is doing a talk about her book. She is releasing a memoir in October called Stirring the Pot. I've gotten to read the book, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's about her life. It's about how she got started. It's about her very well-informed thoughts on food culture and the food world and chefs and how and why we eat what we eat. It is $63 for tickets. You can get them at guildhall.org. It's from 11 to 1 p.m., and that's at 158 Main Street in East Hampton.
All right, perfect. And then there's something for the nightlife lovers that's happening, kind of a takeover of sorts at the Surf Lodge. The Lower East Side is coming to Montauk.
Yeah. So also on Sunday, and this is again at nighttime for all you late night salty people, from 9 to 1 a.m. at the Surf Lodge at 183 Edgemere Street in Montauk. Pinky Swear, the immersive Lower East Side cocktail lounge, is gonna do a little takeover to celebrate the last full moon of the summer. Your host for the night will be celebrity astrologer Karen Thorne, and you can get some starry predictions. You can sip on some very excellent cocktails, and there might even be, we hear, a special guest performance or two. So stay tuned for that. Go to surflodge.com for more information.
All right, perfect. That's the South Fork this weekend. Something for everyone. I like that Florence Fabricant talk. Those are always a lot of fun and very informative too, and just a good time.
And she got her start at East Hampton Star, I might add. So if you didn't know that,
awesome.
That's how that very famous.
I didn't know that.
Wonderful,
that's so cool.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
A lot of talent here on the East End. And speaking of that, now we shift our focus to some of the great articles on the websites, northforker.com and southforker.com. And I noticed you've got an article up there right now.
Well, we do a lot of writing.
The one that I think is very interesting. And
I was kind of poking around Instagram like we do, and I saw my friend Sammy Sabile over at the North Fork Shack had started making and selling paletas. And then I started thinking, oh, wait a minute. I know a few people who are making paletas on the North Fork. And I just rounded up a few people who are making these really delicious traditional Mexican fruit pops. And they're very delicious this time of year. And especially since I hear it's going to get a little hotter the first week of September.
Yeah, summer not over, that's for sure.
Yeah, good time for paletas. So go to northforker.com and see what I rounded up there for you.
That's perfect. And then on the southforker.com websites, you've got something else going on. Or I guess, is it on Shelter Island? Getting their own shrimp?
Island. Yeah. So, okay, this was a surprise to me. The other day, I stopped into Leon 1909 on Shelter Island, and Chef Armand Joseph, such an awesome guy, he happened to be there in the dining room, and he said, oh, hey, do you have a minute? I want you to taste something new that I just put on the menu. And of course, how do you say no to this? I said, of course, yes, I would love to. And he brought out this plate of these really unusual shrimp. They're kind of flat. They're interesting looking. They have a really cool texture and flavor like nothing I've ever tasted before. And they're being harvested out of Gardner's Bay by Bayman Sawyer Clark, who, shout out to his dad, Joey, who I went to high school with. And it is really unusual. And they have it on the menu at Leon 1909. And you can read all about this very interesting little crustacean at southforker.com.
Very good. Good stuff happening. Northforker.com and southforker.com for early articles. And a great way to just know what's going on and some really cool features, too. So very informative, very fun. Let's talk about next week. I can't believe we're getting closer, less than a week away, to the 5th annual North Forker Wine and Food Classic. Getting ready. Tickets still available.
Yeah, there's still a few tickets available. I can't believe it's next Thursday night. crazy. It starts at 6 p.m. if you want to get VIP tickets. We are going to have a great time. I think you're going to be there, Harry, if I'm not mistaken, which is very exciting.
This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to the food and the wine. It's going to be a lot of good chats. I want to kind of get to meet some chefs and some vineyard owners, and I'm sure we'll chat as well. Looking forward to just a good night out there at Borghese.
Yeah. So go to northforker.com if you want to grab some tickets. There's still a few left, and we're going to have a great time. Come say hi.
These are my favorite types of events too. When you get a little taste of everything, it's always just a lot of fun, and you guys do a terrific job with this. So supporting all those great local breweries and local vineyards and restaurants, and we'll be out there broadcasting next Thursday night. That'll be fun. So thank you for having us. We appreciate that. But grab tickets to northforker.com, southforker.com. The link is right there to it, and you'll be all set. Well, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy tonight. That 10-mile dinner sounds like a lot of fun. Enjoy that.
So excited.
And we'll chat next week, and we'll see you next week for the Great North Forker Food and Wine Classic. Thanks, Amy.
I'll see you there, Harry.